As we move away from Leo, who took a shot in the dark, we see a scarred Ursar man, whose true test is about to begin. This week on We Together, Jebediah and the Hunter's Bounty. All right, are you ready?
I was born ready there, wee master.
And I love that you're practicing your voice, and you should continue to do that. But the whole reason that it exists is so that I know when you're talking to me or when you're talking in game. So if you use it to talk to me, it kind of makes it.
This is the one-on-one session. I kind of can,
you can get away with it.
Get away with it
in the future.
Yeah. No,
you'd be like, I'm be like, what are you saying in person? Oh no, I was telling you. Oh well, that defeats the whole purpose of the
Yeah. No. We're good. We're good on that. We're good on that. I'm aware.
All right. So let's set the scene, shall we? It is.
I just want you to know, Seb, I may be closing my eyes a lot. I'm not sleeping. I'm envisioning. These one-on-one sessions are very in character.
Yeah, of course. And it's quite fitting because we are going to begin this story with you sleeping. It's kind of dark in this room. The air is stale and kind of overprocessed. The ceiling fan in your room slowly spinning, providing very little comfort to the hot, sweaty upper floor of Nina's dive. You awaken slightly hungover from your last night's festivities as you roll over, trying to block out the sounds of clinking glasses and loud yelling, a bar fight going on, and Nina's voice cutting through it all. Jebediah, you better get up right now. You have a mission on the mission board. Time to go make that money, boy.
5 more minutes.
Well, it is 7:30 in the afternoon. What did I tell you about sleeping past 5?
I lean up out of my bed. When I lean up, like, I know I'm a large bear. But where's my surroundings in this bar, in this room?
So as in Nina's dive, you occupy one of the rooms upstairs. So Nina has she lives above her bar. She has an extra guest room that used to be storage. So in your room, you are surrounded by a bunch of crates, a bunch of boxes, unopened, opened. It's kind of a mess, but kind of carved out of that has been a section where you were able to put a bunk, your boots, your jacket, and of course, your hat. A black, leather, beaten up cowboy hat that you've been wearing for 20 some odd years. And it is probably one of your favorite possessions, if I had to guess.
It is quite possibly my favorite possession. I had to differentiate my voice there.
You're good. I saw you catch yourself, and I was like, nice. He's so in character. As you kind of look around, it's dark except for the door that is open and the figure standing in the doorway, unimposing, 5'6", kind of frizzy brown hair with streaks of gray running through it, and kind eyes matching a not-so-kind face as the human woman, Nina, is looking down on you from the room, because it's upstairs, and that's where the door is. So she's looking down into the room with her hands on her hips, looking at you like, how are we going to make any money if you don't get out of bed and go to work?
You are right. I do need to get up and make some money, but I just, and I'm like stretch. You ever seen a bear at the zoo that like is like so enamored to be like asleep and letting out just the most guttural like groan.
Yes.
Letting out just the most disgusting morning, and probably has the worst morning breath because he definitely ate fish after he got after his festivities last night, even though it was his drunk snack. And he just kind of like pulls his feet off the side of the bed and starts lacing up his boots. He slept in them; they just were untied. And the hat's kind of like hanging from the bedposts.
Mm-hmm.
So he just like rolls out of bed onto all fours and then stands up bipedally. Puts his hat on. He's like, Ma, hey, can you at least turn the light off? It's real bright.
Well, son, I say no, because that's your future. And if future looks bright, you need to face it. You need to walk right into it and come on. She literally starts banging on a pot as she's walking away.
Oh, okay.
Good morning.
Am I on dish duty or are we doing something different? I what?
You hear her voice from down the hallway. No, you idiot. You got a mission board.
Oh, yeah. And he just like follows behind her.
As you exit your room, the sound of the loud, rambunctious bar just overcomes you as it's now not being muffled by any barriers like a door or a room. So you hear the full scope of Nina's Dive in full swing as it's around 7:30 p.m. and it's when it starts to get rowdy around here. As you kind of head down the stairs into the dive, Nina's Dive is a rather large space, but it's filled up with all kinds of shelves and filing cabinets and lining the whole outside. So it kind of makes it seem like it's smaller. With the far wall taking up the entire wall is a massive polished wooden bar in the style of a Western saloon. So it's very like wood. All the liquor bottles are behind her, and none of them have labels, so you can only imagine where she's gotten those from. And you see in the bar, the patrons themselves tend to match your aesthetic. They're all wearing armor. They all are armed because this is a bounty hunter's haven at Nina's Dive. So along the back wall, there's a massive holographic screen that has 15, 20 names on it. And next to the names, it has mission requests. So this is your bounty board. This is where you normally go to see if anybody has requested your services. And lo and behold, as you walk through the throng of people around the wooden circular tables that have people playing cards or several of them illicitly gambling.
Do I see anyone shooting dice?
In the corner, yes. There's a couple of gnomes who are fucking going off.
Okay.
As you make your way to the mission board, you notice yours has a golden alert, which usually means VIP, check immediately.
And Jebediah is definitely hungover, and he's probably smells like bramble. Wait, hold on.
It's Bramblebush.
Is it still Bramblebush? Okay.
Oh yeah, Bramblebush is not an illegal drug. The drugs that I posted in the notes are illegal drugs.
Okay, cool. So he definitely reeks of Bramblebush as well. Because he likes to get crossfaded for some reason. So he's just like, I'm gonna have my usual, as he's like looking up at the bounty board to see what this VIP request is.
So how you accept a bounty board request is, so basically in this world, your neural implant is your link to your own personal network, has your bank, has your personal information, has your phone. So when you accept something from something, like say you're looking at the mission board, you can in your HUD, in your own visual HUD, click the mission board, and it will verify that it's you, and then it will give you all of the mission details on your own.
Yeah. So I'm like wiping my face, and like I'm hoping Ma's providing me a beverage, a little hair of the bear, to cure my hangover, and I'm like pulling up these mission details in my HUD.
As you click the mission detail, you hear a familiar, feminine kind of AI voice. Biometric scan confirmed. Jebediah, and it'll in front of you start seeing all this information. The mission seems relatively straightforward. You need to take a package which has been left, according to them, has been left here, and you need to take it to a location on the south side and give it to an agent there. Upon completion of this, the payment is 500 mics, which would be 5 units, which is in our currency equivalent to $500, which is a nice chunk of change for someone living at the top of a dive bar.
Right.
That's why it's got the VIP rating. So as Nina comes up, drops a glass, a rocks glass on the desk in front of you, cracks a raw egg in it, and puts hot sauce in the raw egg. She slides it across to you. Now, come on. It's time to get to work, boy. I saw that golden notification.
He just the egg with the hot sauce down.
It makes it lights up all of your senses. Like, it is like, whoa! But holy shit, it wakes you up and clears your head.
Yeah. You got that package? Did they give?
Yeah, it's behind the bar. And she goes behind the bar, and there's somebody like starts fighting, like slamming someone against the bar, and you see Nina look up like, hey! She reaches under the bar, pulls out a thick wooden paddle. Literally looks like something that you would spank somebody with.
Yeah,
and she just
like a boat paddle.
She just bonks him on the head. No fighting! Kick you both out. I don't give a shit. Sorry. She reaches under the bar. The parcel is like a manila folder that, you know, the ones that have the string that tie it shut. And it looks like a thick packet of paper inside of manila. So you can't really tell, but that's what it looks like. And she's just like, I don't know what's in here, but for five units, it must be worth something.
So I just like open, like I take the package in one claw, and I open my jacket up, and there's like a zipper on the inside that I put like parcels or like contracts, if there's any physical contracts I ever need, or like if in this sort of situation he would have a pocket on the inside of his coat that's kind of concealed. It would be very inconspicuous. Zips it up in the coat pocket, because it's like made for document.
Hell yeah. As you do that, you see, before you like turn to leave, Nina like reaches up and grabs your fur like right on the gruff of your neck, which for you doesn't feel like anything. But she's like, hey, are you forgetting something? And she holds her cheek up.
Yeah. And then he just like turns around and like licks her cheek, because that's how a bear would kiss something.
She goes, all right then, you be safe.
Yes, Ma. Thanks. And he like puts the glass back down. And as I'm walking out, I'd like to walk over to the gnome shooting dice before I leave.
Son of a bitch! 6! So close! Fuck!
Yeah. So close. And
oh, shit! Damn, Jeb, you scared the shit out of me!
Hey, and I look in my wallet. Hold on. Do I have any money in my wallet?
Yes, you have 50 micro units that I defrauded.
Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna throw 10 mics on a dice throw.
Hey, your money is good. I'll take it.
And is it a D6 call below or above?
You roll 2d6s and you're trying to roll 7.
Okay, heard.
I'm pretty sure that's what dice is, right?
I have never played dice.
Me neither.
I'm gonna leave that. We're just gonna do it.
My half white is showing.
Damn it! So close. I got a 6, and then I just like swipe 10 mics to the gnome.
I should probably learn how to actually play dice because this game has so many dice. It'd be a great game to play.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll learn after this, but for now, the gnome just yes. Oh yeah, thanks, Jeb. Your money's good here. You know that.
Yeah, I like to donate occasionally. Thanks, partner. And as Jebediah is walking out, he's like, I know those dice are rigged, but
Well, you did roll a 6 twice in a row. As you leave Nina's is on the north side of the block. Now, the thing about the north side, it is considered to be one of the more safe places to live in the block because specifically the large amount of bounty hunter, mercenary, and union activities that happen in the north side. So not a lot of criminals commit crimes in the north side because there's 40 armed people sitting next to you usually everywhere you go. So it looks a bit cleaner than some parts of the city. However, it is still rather slummy in the sense of the buildings are built out of sheet metal, kind of concrete, built up. A lot of the buildings have like patches, obvious patches in the walls. And as you're walking through, the citizens of this area all kind of seem more on edge. So people are walking around in jackets, with like hunched over with their hands in their pockets. You got a lot of people with armed, open carrying through the streets. As you walk through, the night lights of the block kind of make you a little nostalgic for the times when you had spent like coming here after like a raid with your raiding crew, and you guys would just blow up the tourist spots where all the neon lights and all the fucking noise and all the music, all of the girls and the drugs, like there that was a rather nostalgic time. But you can't help but appreciate the peacefulness that this part of town really has. As you look up at the overcast sky, because in the block, it is overcast all of the time. The pollution from the bottom floors meets the artificial intelligence from the top floors, creating a thick layer of clouding over top of the city as you wander through the dark city night. Now, this nav point that was given to you from your mission, in your HUD, you have augmented reality. And when you have a nav point and you click on a nav point, you can physically see arrows on the ground pointing you in the direction of your nav point. That being said, it is on the south side of town, which is a solid 2-hour drive. So, are you obeying or are you going to take the mag train, which would be a lot faster?
Okay, yeah. How much would an Obear be from
north side to south side? You can check.
To south side. I'm gonna open up the Obear app and just kind of do a price check on from where I'm at, because I may just like if I can walk to a little bit more of a populated area that might have a cheaper price, because there's like a bunch of people there.
Maybe let's roll for surge pricing.
Capitalism, the game.
Okay, so from my dice here, you open up your Obear application on your gate, which is your HUD, and you see shit. That's a freaking 50 mic ride. And you just lost 10 mics, so you had 40 mics. Damn.
Yep.
So, what's your move? You're gonna take the mag train?
Gonna take the mag train. It is.
Luckily, that's only because Nina's is so far in the north side. That's only about a 20-minute walk. Because, as you know, the mag train is housed within the ring that circles the entirety of the block. It also hosts the Umbrella's base. So the big atmosphere protection dome that you guys all live under kind of starts at the ring, which is a massive, massive wall. So the closer you are to the edges, the more looming and dark it gets because of how big this wall is. So you are looking right up at it. All the lights that kind of are on it. It's people work in it, so it still looks like a building, but it is a massive wall. As you approach, you can see where the station entrance is to the mag train. So as you're walking up, you can see several people coming in and out. It's a very heavy flow. The mag train is a very popular source of transportation. As you make it into the station, you see a couple of Union soldiers patrolling the station, which will be a little bit worrying some to you because Union tends to give you more problems than not. Why is that? Because you are a marked man. You have been convicted of a felony, a Class B felony, assault and battery, with the battery resulting in injury. And that has made you a criminal on Iris Luna. Someone who is not allowed to leave the city, who's not allowed to go above the 3rd level. As you are walking, you see the Union officers kind of like talking to each other, and then they notice you. And they kind of are giving you like a weird look.
I just like head down, like, no, I know this is like coming every time I go to the mag train, but I'm just like, maybe this time they'll just like let me walk through and we won't have any problems. I mean, no problems to them. Like,
hey, Bear, where you going?
I'm taking a trip to the south side, buddy. How are you doing today? The weather's nice out here, pleasantries would be nice. I'm more than just a bear there,
As they walk up to you, they're both human officers. Can we see some ID? And you just swipe it to him if you know.
Yeah. I'm causing no problem. I'm trying to clean my life.
Oh, looky here, Maurice. We got ourselves a Class B criminal. Hey, if it was up to me, I would ship you all down to the fringe. But we live in a society, right? And you see the other cops are like, yeah, we live in a society.
Jebediah's eye is kind of like twitching at the insinuation that he's still a criminal.
Well, it is within our rights to ask you where you're going and for what reason at any time. So I'm going to enact those rights as a Union officer. Where are you going and what are you doing?
I am a courier. I'm delivering a package.
To the south side? They start laughing. Only thieves, beggars, and drug addicts go to the south side. So which are you? You carrying?
Bramblebush or alcohol, but no drugs.
So, you want to roll persuasion? Or deception? You don't even have to tell me. Just roll one of them.
Yeah. Which one's worse?
They're both pretty bad.
Yeah, I see that.
Your charisma is your dump stat.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
It is 100%.
You're a dirty old bear.
Yep. And I tell him, just alcohol and Bramblebush. And that is it. And that is a deception roll, by the way. I got a 9.
9?
Yeah.
He looks at you, looks at his partner. What do you think, Maurice? Should we take him over and do a little pat down? Maurice is looking you up and down.
Like, and Jebediah at this point is just like, oh, I've done this so many times. I just want to like be left alone. Like he's not saying these things, but they're definitely showing it. Like face, he's like defeated. Like
Maurice kind of looks you up and down. You know what, Todd? Let's let him slide this time. But Jebediah, we'll be keeping an eye on you, so keep your nose clean.
Sir, yes, sir. And I just like walk off defeated, like yeah, there.
By the way, for the listening audience who's like, wow, Seb, that's so mean to do to a level 1 character. He chose this. He wanted to be a criminal, so he is a criminal. That's what happens.
It is exactly what happened. When you choose, I didn't choose this life. This life chose me.
Okay, the mag train. I get to describe the mag train finally. As you enter the station, it is filled with a throng of people. It is packed. It's about 8:00, so all of the movement in and out is just so saturated. As you make your way down the stairs into the tunnels of the ring, you see the tracks, which have a big, like, plexiglass gate in front of it. And it says in a big sign, please do not throw yourself onto the tracks of the mag train. Life is not that sad. You will be okay. And it has like a smiley face. And then underneath it says, this has been a PSA from the union.
Does it also have one of those days without incident signs?
Yes, there is 100% a day without incident sign, and it is at currently 1. As the train pulls into the station, it like this huge sucking of wind before you can see the train, because the tunnel is so tight around the mag train so it can travel at high speeds that when it travels through the train, through the tunnel, you can hear it sucking the wind in as it's coming. And then, and you just see this train start passing. And it's a long, long train. I'm talking like 32 cars. As it pulls to a stop at the station. Now boarding Northside Station. Next stop, Eastside Station. I had to remember if it was going clockwise or counterclockwise. It goes clockwise. So you are the mag train's here, and the mag train is a public service. It is free.
Yeah. So I just walk. Is there like a turnstile, like where you would like swipe your ID?
No, you don't have to do any of that because there was reform in the city not too long ago because there was discrimination happening against certain classes of people. So the governor of the block, in a bid to try and get reelected, made the mag train as accessible as possible to all citizens of Iris Luna. Because remember, it can't go up; it can only go down. So in his mind, what's the harm of letting criminals and use it, because they're only going to go lower or fucking to the block. It's not going to, So there's nothing of the sort. You basically just get on.
Where they would already be anyway.
Yeah.
So
you basically just get on the train in this giant crowd of people that kind of funnel in. As you get in, you see there's a seat, but the seats aren't exactly made for someone who is, and this would actually be a really good time to do a physical description for the audience. So after you're done chewing, give us a what we would see if we were looking at this character.
Sorry, I was enjoying the description of the mag train so much that I had to like munchy a little bit.
It's fine.
It was like, it's like a movie, bro, in my head. I'm enjoying my popcorn and
Yeah, I've been trying to level up as a DM.
Okay, so Jebediah is a 6'9". We're gonna call him 420 pounds, but as a bear, that's a little unrealistic. So he would be proportionate to a 6'9" bear. His ID says 420 pounds. He may have pulled some strings.
It might also have been taken several years ago.
Yeah. Thick, like coarse fur, and it's dark brown, but to the normal eye, it would just look like a black. Just because it's like, it's not like dirty per se, but it's like he doesn't go get his hair like, he doesn't go to like a person groomer, you know. And he takes normal showers, but you know he doesn't use like conditioner, so his hair is really thick and it's like gruff, you know,
like a Brillo pad.
Yeah. He also has like reddish brown like highlights around his mouth from like scarring, where he had like, when he was younger, he had a muzzle on his mouth a majority of his childhood, and when he grew up, they didn't change the muzzle, so bear head got bigger, muzzle stayed the same, so it was kind of like crushing his mouth, and there's like scarring around his mouth and teeth where that was. He's got like, of course, bears kind of just have like black eyes.
I think your eyes are yellow, right?
The like pupil, like, because bear eyes, like,
they're so small.
To the naked eye, it would just look black, but of course he has a yellow, like, I don't know the composition of an eye. I'm not gonna act like
iris.
The colored part of his eye would be a golden yellow, almost shining it in the right light. But other than that, you would really never notice it.
Guys, lay off them drugs, boy.
Yeah. He's muscular. He's imposing. He definitely is like an outlaw. He's a man of the land, but he's got that Western vibe to him. Definitely, he has like a black leather like biker jacket and seatless chaps with jeans up under it. Like,
I was like, you're wearing assless chaps, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely wearing like chaps.
Your little bear tail sticking out.
Yeah.
The assless chaps.
Damn, now I just want to wear assless chaps with no pants. I think
a
bear with assless chaps is just the best thing ever.
I will make you regret it.
Okay, fine. I'll wear the jeans.
You sit down, just think about all the surfaces that ass is going to touch.
Fair. I'll wear pants, Seb. I don't want to
have a chapter in the future. People listening are going to be like, "Oh, this will never come back." And then there's a chapter in the future that just says Jebediah gets ass,
absorbs a fucking alien symbiote through his
Jebediah has a symbiote.
God damn. Oh, yeah. But yeah, he's big, imposing, muscular.
Bear.
Definitely is a bear. His jacket is also reinforced with like metal armor, and it's, for someone who lives above a bar, way more high tech than you would think he would be wearing, as we have seen with the document pocket.
Yes. I feel like it was probably pieced together over time, over missions and missions. Because, you're a bounty hunter, so you catch the bad guy. Is that a nice little chest plate armor that you got there, bud? Well, you're not going to need that where you're going.
Yeah. Pretty much. Anything that'll fit him, anything that's big enough to fit him, he's probably like scavenged off of either a mission or a thing that he has done that he hasn't gotten caught for, so doesn't want to reveal any information.
Yeah, of course. So as you get on the train, the seats are not your size. They are relatively small. So you would go ahead.
Because I've ridden on buses that have the standing thing. Is there standing room as
Oh,
well?
yeah.
He goes to like the most secluded standing room. I know that it's a packed train, so like I know that there's not much of that.
Oh, you're gonna roll investigation for this, big boy.
Oh, bet.
Oh, let's do investigation.
I got a dirty 20.
I love that you have proficiency in investigation.
I'm definitely on the hunt always. I'm on the hunt for my comfort zone now.
It's crazy because like the thing I'm already loving about this character is that he sounds stupid as fuck, but he's actually smart. He's like a really smart dude. That's cool.
He sounds stupid, and in like book smarts, he's definitely stupid, but he knows his way around the city. He knows his way around the streets. He's been in the gang his entire life. He was a pirate, you know?
Yeah, which would justify that 15 intelligence.
Yeah. Which is crazy on a bear, bro. I love it.
Yeah, hey man. Hey, it's gonna come in handy. It came in handy now because you found a rather secluded spot that's not only away, but it's tucked in a corner. So the only thing behind you is a wall. The only thing next to you is a wall, which you love because walls don't shoot back.
So I literally just position myself with the little hand hook. He's hanging onto a hand hook, and then he's got like his other paw, like on his hip. Not like he's like drawing his weapon or anything, but he's just like on his hip in like the same general area of his weapon. He's not brandishing. He's not like meaning any harm, but if you've ever seen a white woman at the supermarket with her hand on her hip, that's kind of what he looks like right now.
With the hand, instead of the hand being like palm first on the hip, they have like the back of their hand on the hip.
Yeah, so exactly like that.
Kind of like a wing just sitting out. That's kind of like Nina. Nina does that all the time, I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, definitely learned it from Nina. Oh, this is a very comfortable way to stand, and I'll be able to reach my weapon, but I'm not got my hands on it, so I'm not suspicious.
Can I have a perception check?
Yeah. I got a 6.
So the people on this train, like there's a fuck ton of people on this train, as is normal, because the east side is kind of a hotbed for like commercial activity. A lot of bars, a lot of clubs, a lot of shops, and then the tourist strip, which follows the mag train through the center, because the mag train goes all the way around the ring, and then there's a track that goes through the center also that drops people off at the Skyrise, which is the elevator that takes you up to the top 2 floors or down to the block, and that is considered a tourist attraction because the people who live in the colony live essentially in the suburbs of like what the nicest place you could live in this place, but they still need to shop, and the block is still the best place for that. So the east side is a little bit more bumping of a place. So the entire train's filled with people that are like dressed to go out. And you notice this girl standing next to you who's just like kind of like, she's very like dressed like she's going to a rave. And she's kind of swaying a little bit with the train. And she like bumps into you. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Can you watch where you're going though? And she like wipes her arm and like notices there's like a little bit of like slick on it. Ugh.
Does she notice that I'm a bear, or is she that drunk?
No, she notices, but you're an Ursar. Like it's not unheard of. Right. There are probably other Ursar on this train. So she's just like, oh my God. Can you like give me some space?
I was getting the feeling if she was being racist or not is what I was really.
No, but you're really dirty.
My apologies, ma'am, and I tip my hat. You going to party? You having fun tonight?
Yeah, we're going to the east side. We're gonna get fucked up. It's gonna be so fun.
As Jebediah like reminisces on his times in the east side with the pirate gangs, of course the night was already reminiscent. He's like, I've tore up those streets a time or two. If I ever run into you again, remind me to show you around sometime.
Can I have a new mechanic here? When flirting is done, I need a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that wasn't flirt. Well, I guess that would be considered flirting.
Considered flirting, and also it's the new mechanic. The new mechanic is such. Hold on. Before your face is telling me a lot, but before, let me just explain for the people. Essentially, you do a charisma saving throw because if you've been in that kind of you're flirting with someone, you have to keep your cool. You have to keep your charm intact. So therefore, a charisma saving throw to see if you keep your charm or if it's creepy. And now, Jerry, if you would like to tell me.
So all the things that I said previously is what I thought came out of my mouth, but what really came out of my mouth was, "Shut the fuck up, bitch, or I'll eat you." I got a 1 - 0. I got a nat 1. I got a nat 1 -1, brother.
You got a 0, bro.
She definitely hates me.
You got a 0. So literally, bro, as you like say that, again, just fucking missing completely on the Riz fucking factor. She turns.
Animal.
Oh my god! Did you just threaten me? Help! Help! She starts screaming on this fucking train.
No.
Everyone is looking at you. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, what's going on?"
That's not what I meant. Sorry.
The door slides open, and you see 2 Union officers enter the compartment. She's like, "Oh my god, help! Over here!"
And they start making their way through the crowd. So disappointed. Like, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry, ma'am. I really.
She starts walking away. You fucking creep. She walks away. Meanwhile, the 2 Union officers who are on the train come up to you, and you hear, well. Look at this. Look at this. Maurice, did we call this or not? Todd, I think we did. I think we called it.
And I didn't do anything.
Yep. Now the back of this truck, the back of this train is like kind of like emptying out. Like they're leaving. They're trying to get away from this. So like it's quickly becoming very secluded. Like just you guys and the officers. So they both are just looking at you like, well, looks like we're gonna have to do a search, aren't we, Maurice? We better not find anything illegal on you.
He like, Jebediah's like, you know I didn't do anything wrong, but I'll comply to your search,
sir. We're public servants, and that young lady you just harassed, she's part of the public.
Serve my public ass. I'm part of the public too.
Excuse me. Did you hear that, Maurice? It sounds like he just threatened me. And does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna punch you in the stomach for 1 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Yeah. I deserve that. I did mouth off a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta know your place, Class B. You got a felony in Iris Luna. You're not exactly free, are you? You work for us. So you do what we tell you to do.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you to do right now is strip.
He does just that. Takes his pants off first. Straight up first. Doesn't take the chaps off the pants. Just drops the pants. And the chaps come with them.
Yeah.
And then he just like kind of shrugs his shoulders and his coat falls off his back. And then he hangs up his hat on the where he was kind of like, I'm assuming there's like a pole or something near me.
Mm-hmm.
Just like hangs his hat and he's like, you want anything else there, officer?
Maurice is patting your jacket and he feels the package. What's that?
I told you I was delivering a package.
All right, give it to me.
That's a no bueno there, officer. Do you have a warrant?
He looks at his partner. His partner looks at him. I think we all know that a felon in the process of committing a crime doesn't have those rights. Right, Maurice? Yeah, Todd. And furthermore, if we catch him in the process of committing another crime, it is to our discretion how much force is to be used. So I'm going to ask you again.
So, question: with the gate, I can send Can I just send text messages with my head, or do I have to be doing something physically in the world?
You have to type it.
So, in the most direct way, I'm gonna start scratching the back of my head, but actually typing out letters with my fingers. SOS, Union searching, help to Ma.
Not a location?
The mag train, yeah. I'm on the mag train.
So I'm going to need a performance roll.
Performance roll, huh?
Because it's got to look natural, right?
Right. While that's happening as well, I'm giving them I'm slowly. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna roll the performance check first. I got a 5. I'm just.
Oh, that's cute. Who you texting? You know what? It doesn't matter. Just give me the package.
I'm handing over the jacket. He can attempt to open the zipper if he wants to.
I'll roll. What's the DC on that?
Probably a 15, 14.
Did you lock it?
It's a big hefty zipper with a rotating lock. If he wasn't paying attention, if he's just being an asshole searching it, obviously if he's looking at it, he can see that it's turned to the right, and all he has to do is turn it to the left, and it'll unzip. But if he's being an asshole, hey, fuck you, motherfucker, pulling on it, he probably would.
Well, luckily Maurice is the more cool-headed of the two, so he looks inside the jacket, kind of fiddles with it for a second, and then it unzips with my 18. And then he reaches in, pulls out the package. Oh, it's pretty hefty. What do you got in here? Some documents?
I didn't ask, and I'm not telling. That's really my policy is I don't ask, and they don't tell me.
So while Maurice is kind of undoing the string, preparing to open it, the Todd, the other officers looking you up and down. You look like space trash. You know that?
Do you have to go there, partner?
I'm not even trying to be mean, man. I'm just trying to help you out. We probably wouldn't stop you. We probably wouldn't harass you if you looked a little bit more like you fit. You look like an asteroid hopper.
We don't like, to call people names. I don't like to call people names. I am who I am. I'm a Hooman. You're a Hooman. We all live on this fucking rock.
You're a human?
You heard me right. You got a problem with it?
He looks at his partner who has just undone the string, looks at him, just does the circle around the ear, crazy symbol, and then reaches in the packet and pulls it out.
And before he reaches in, I'm like, don't. If you don't.
He's like, hey, man. If you didn't want us to check your shit, you shouldn't have committed the crime. He pulls the packet out and looks at the front. He freezes. He looks at his partner, and there's obvious fear. You can smell it. You can smell the fear coming off of him. As he looks at his partner looks at him. What? He looks down.
And then at that point, Jebediah is just well, things could get dicey.
Well, what happens next? You know what, man? I am so sorry for interrupting your day. You know what? Here, puts the back in, ties up the string, hands the package back to you. You're all good, man. You're good to go.
What was your name there, officer?
Officer Todd, badge number 4736.
And he very blatantly goes like does hand signs as if he's like typing notes.
Mm-hmm.
What was your name, officer?
Maurice, badge number 8372. Jerry's actually taking notes. Jerry's like, oh, I'm going to remember these motherfuckers. Okay,
first of all, I forgot the first one, so I'm not going to remember the first one's name. I'm going to remember his name, but I'm not going to remember his badge number. I got Maurice's badge number because he was an asshole.
I feel like Todd was definitely way more of an asshole.
Todd was the guy that was searching me and like being the cop asshole. Maurice was just a dick.
Fuck you, Maurice. Both of them they hand you the package back and have a nice day, sir. Please. And they literally pull out a card, like a fucking business card. Please, sir, if you have any kind or complimentative suggestions to put onto our website, please go to www.theunion.org and leave a 5-star review for our services, because we are public servants and we are here to serve you.
Jebediah like gets his clothes back on and he's like just like pats his ass a couple of times because he's like served my public ass earlier. He just pats his ass a couple of times as they're walking off. I don't even know what the hell is in this thing, but he zips it back up into his coat and like, fuck.
Now approaching Southside Station. That's your stop.
Yeah. Step out of the Southside Station. Where's my HUD leading me?
Out of the mag train station, up the stairs into the streets, which the South Side is the South Side. It is beat to shit, and so are its citizens. The buildings are dilapidated. They're falling apart. The people are falling apart. It is very dirty, gritty. The South Side is a haven for gang activity and illegal activity in the block. So as you enter the street,
I know my way around pretty well.
I would say because the city is so big, bro, there are places you've never been before.
For sure.
Right. And in the South Side, since you live on the North Side, there's almost no reason to come to the South Side. You might have some memories of being dragged through the South Side as when you were a kid, but
I was just kind of trying to know exactly how much I knew about this area versus the North Side. So
yep. So it's of it. It's because you got to remember, I live in LA right now. There are parts of LA I've never seen with my eyes, and I've lived here for almost 2.5 years. There, and I've been all over. I mean, I've been all over.
I'm just gonna be honest. There's places in my hometown that I've lived 28 years, and I still have not been to them. This town is very big. It's a very big like country town too. So it's like there's gonna be places that nobody has visited.
Yep, and the thing is too, like, LA is like it is the biggest city in the country as far as surface area. It's 60 miles. I'm sorry, hold on one second. It's 60 miles like wide, and that's like the greater LA city. And the block is double that. So there are places that you've never even like fucking breathed air. Yeah. So as you make your way, it's not that far from the MAV train station. And as you approach, you start to see signs of a little bit more of activity. There's like more people. There's people literally like fucking buying and selling drugs on the street. Like there's just more people. As you approach the nav point, you see a restaurant. The entire back of the restaurant is covered in heavy plastic, as it looks like somebody just blew up the back of this restaurant. And underneath the sign of the restaurant that reads Ollie's in big letters, you see a cook who looks like he's at the end of his rope, push the plastic aside, and he's just smoking a cigarette, blowing it out the plastic. And that's where your nav point is leading you, to this restaurant.
To this restaurant. What other buildings are around? Is it just this restaurant on the street, or is there like...
There are a bunch of buildings, but as far as commercial buildings, there's a tire shop. Okay. But other than that, there's not shit. There's just like all residential.
Okay, cool. Is this like a walk-in restaurant? You said that it's been like blown up, right? Like
the back half of it is missing. Alexa or Echo, stop. Start naming restaurants. As you approach the restaurant, you see the cook kind of like noticing you as you're walking, and he just like rolls his eyes, flicks the cigarette out the back, closes the plastic.
Hey, don't put that out on my behalf. I'm just here to enjoy myself.
You say to yourself as you enter, because he's in the building now.
Yeah. No, I'm just like thinking out loud, like, damn, he didn't have to throw his cigarette out just for...
As you enter the restaurant itself is very diner-esque. The floor was a black and white, like checkered pattern, but now after years of grime and neglect, it is like black and some weird orangish yellow. Nobody in this restaurant.
Okay, so I'm just gonna sit in a booth if I can fit.
Oh yeah, there's a big booth in the back that's meant for like 4 people, but fits you nicely.
Yeah.
As you sit down, you see the guy. He's like, so essentially it's like an open kitchen where like the counter and the cashier and stuff is in front, and then the kitchen's like right behind him. So you could tell this guy is the only guy working. He's grease stained fucking apron. You gonna fucking order something, or are you just coming to look pretty?
You got any fish?
I could do fish. You want the meal package? Comes with a drink.
How big of a fish is it?
Buddy, I synthesize all my meat. How big do you want it?
You know, a grouper-sized fish.
All right, as long as you're good with paying excuse me, I'm going a different accent. As long as you're good paying grouper-sized prices, I could get you whatever you want.
I'll give you 20 mics.
Make it 25.
Make it 20. Roll, make it 23 and give me a drink. Momma roll persuasion.
Oh shit! Good luck.
I got a 3.
Oh fuck! The guy just looks at you. He's like, "Hey buddy, you want to waste my time? Go jerk me off in the back. Right now we're talking business. 25, and I'll include a drink."
I'll pitch the 25 here, and I like just swipe the 25 at him, and I'm just like kind of like in my gate, like kind of checking the mission to see if like
you know who you're supposed to meet or what you're supposed to drop it off. It has been very vague to this. It says wait until you're contacted. So Tom starts cooking away. Or I'm sorry, you don't know his name. The cook starts cooking away, and he's like whistling a tune. And you're sitting in this restaurant. It is fucking empty until a large, muscular tabaxi man walks in. His eyes are piercing blue. His energy just radiates danger. You have spent your entire life reading people. It's, in fact, how you've survived to this day. This is a dangerous man. But hey, it's Iris Luna. There's a lot of dangerous people here. You're dangerous. So why does it... What do you think? How do you feel about this?
So Jebediah, and this isn't like a character power or a this isn't me giving the character anything crazy extra, but over his years, as his life has gone in the direction that it has, he almost has a spider sense for danger. Like a tingle in the back of his head that when this Tabaxi man walks in, he feels that familiar feeling of, oh, we got to be on our toes on this one. And so noticing the Tabaxi man coming in, he just kind of like relaxes, sits back at the booth that he's in at, and takes a sip of his sweet tea, his iced sweet tea that he got. And
yeah, sure.
And just kind of relaxes. He's like, this could go a couple of different directions, and we're in our element. We're locked in.
So Tom puts down the fucking grouper sized fucking fish fillet. Fucking massive. But it's because it's synthesized, it's kind of like weirdly in like a fucking like lump. It just looks like a lump of meat.
Right.
But, hey man, it's seasoned. You can smell the lemon pepper kind of coming off of it. Hey man, this guy's an asshole, but he can cook. It's not bad. The drink though, it has some weird shit floating in it, so I don't know how you feel about that. As you
it reminds me of home.
As he puts it down, he kind of looks at you, and can I have an insight roll?
Yeah. Got a 7.
He's sweating profusely. It could be because of the cooking. Just it's kind of warm in here, and he kind of gives you this look of like, not pity, but just like, damn. As he walks behind the counter, and then walks into the back where the plastic is, and then you don't see him at all. And then another person walks into Tom's. This person looks like just kind of your run of the mill elf. He looks like he belongs. Can I have an investigation roll?
Yes.
I feel like
7.
Oh my god,
I'm rolling
you're just living your life, bro. I kind of imagine Jeb is just kind of taking stock of his situation. But the real problem here is,
honestly, I feel like he's taking stock of the situation, and every time he's taking stock of the situation, he gets a whiff of lemon pepper.
Exactly.
And he's like,
food.
He hasn't had anything to eat yet, but he's like trying not to be rude. He's waiting on his guests to arrive.
Yep. Neither of these two have approached you, so they're both sitting. Are you gonna eat?
Honestly, Jebediah has been forced to, in the past, wait until everyone else had been done eating to eat. So I think he would actually just be chilling, waiting on contact before he even touches his food. He knows it'll be cold. He knows it'll be cold, but his dedication to the mission is more than to his stomach.
Another man walks in. Again, looks like he belongs. He really looks like he belongs. I'm going to let you have one more investigation. And Jeb, pray to whatever gods you believe in.
I got an 11.
Are you adding +2 to these rolls?
I didn't think that would qualify, but now that you say that,
well, what is the language? What does it say?
So the language, and again, to tracking or hunting targets. I didn't think that this would be hunting. I'm waiting on somebody. Yeah, no, that would make sense. So no, that was plus.
It is a target.
So 13. Yeah, I just have to expand my brain.
Hell, that's the whole point of this session 0.
Yeah.
If we were playing in real game, I probably won't remind you.
No.
That's why we're hammering it home here. So that being said, with a 13, like both of the guys that have just walked in, other than the Tabaxi, they look like they belong here, but they look like they belong here on purpose. Nobody chooses to be grimy, but it looks like these guys are choosing to be grimy.
So it looks like possible decoy or listening in or
whatever you want to decide. That being said, the air in here has gotten stale, and you have not seen Tom or the cook in quite so. Actually, fucking nigga has a name tag, so his name's Tom. I just keep.
You know what? I think Jebediah is gonna take his jacket off, drape it over the back of the booth that he's in, and just light up a bramble bush. And then start eating his fish.
Hell yeah. It's delicious, by the way. It is very good. It is very good. Like seasoned. It's seasoned well. It's still synth meat, but it's seasoned well.
He's just like munch, smoke. Munch, smoke. As he's just like can see that he can feel the air getting like tense.
Another person walked in. This time, they do not look like they belong. They're wearing a suit and a nice, like, tweed, I think it's called, like, over jacket. So it's like very like thick, kind of like wool looking almost.
Yeah.
And he walks in and he kind of looks around the bar or the restaurant, sees you, and then starts making his way towards your booth.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm still eating. I actually like as I'm hitting my joint, I look at my like watch, which is like a shitty watch that I have on my hand for no reason because it's in my HUD. But he like is old timey. He has this mindset of
in space, your HUD doesn't work the same. So if you're in space, you need a watch.
Exactly. So he always has a space watch. For the space bear.
For the space bear. Space watch for the space bear. As the man approaches you, he kind of looks at you. This is a regular looking human man, blue eyes, blonde hair. He's rather tall, rather handsome. And he just looks down. Are you waiting for somebody?
And who's to say if I am?
Well,
I seem to be enjoying a great grouper meal here.
You are. Just like the ones at Nina's, where I visit often. He gives you like a knowing look. Do you go to Nina's?
He takes the whole grouper, what he has left. I'm assuming he's ate about half of it, but he takes the whole thing in his hand and just
ooh.
Shakes his hand, puts his jacket on and says, "Let's take a walk."
He kind of like just like looks uncomfortable. I'd rather not go to a secondary location. Are you trying to play me?
No. And I sit back down at the bar or at the booth.
Yet the man sits down too, looking at you with like a new like caution. So do you go to Nina's or not?
Yes.
All right.
That's yes. He's like, he can tell that like now the situation is like, well, we got to stay here. So,
well, at least according to this guy, you haven't tried to convince him otherwise. Hey man, your Chris was not the best.
That's I don't get to try to convince him.
I've never seen a person need a party more.
Yeah.
True. As you're kind of sitting across from him, he's like, "All right, well, You got it?
And he kind of like leans over to the side where his jacket is draped over the...
Oh, I thought you put it back on.
I did, didn't I? Never mind. He opens it up. Thank you for the continuity.
Yep.
Opens the side. He pulls out the manila folder and puts it in the booth next to, like, because I'm assuming it's one of those big circle booths you said.
Booth. Yep.
So he just like puts it like under the table, out of vision, slides it across the booth to him, and then zips up his coat really slowly.
As you zip up your coat, the man like looks at the package. He like grabs it. Why is it open? Did you read what's in here?
I have no idea what's in there.
Roll persuasion.
Yeah. I got a 14.
I rolled an 18.
Damn.
He kind of looks at you. Okay.
There was some complications.
What kind of complications?
I got stopped. And he kind of lifts up his neck, and you see the bee tattooed on his neck.
So this has been a development that we've changed. Instead of tattooing people, because of anthropomorphic people have fur and feathers and shit. It's a digital marking. So like you can, if you pull your collar up, it'll be like a hologram of your grade wherever you want it.
Well, Space Bear Hooman also has it, a spot that is scarred. It was put there for this reason. Because he has a scar here from his felony.
And he wants it as a memory?
And he wants it like tattooed. And there is a patch of fur that like doesn't really grow back. That like has this scar with like a pirate flag tattoo that has the bee on it.
Huh. Yeah. If I'd have known that Nina's would have sent a criminal, I might not have hired it. It's fine. The contents of this package are top secret. And unfortunately, I can't risk a loose end. So, my friend,
so at the thought of this getting ugly, Space Bear Hooman, using his strength and just like quick thinking, throws the table through the window, like table flips through the window to make an opening for him to run.
That sounds like an athletics check.
Sounds like a plan to me. I got a 19.
Sounds good. Table
it
through the window.
Almost a 5.
Crashing. That's crazy. Crashing through the window. The table flies through the window. The papers from the package fly everywhere. And you see the guy go, fuck! As you jump out the window, one of the papers just kind of like sticks to you from like the momentum of you moving forward. And you look down and bro, can't help it. Like you just see this paper.
Right.
It's the cover note. And on it says top secret union official stamp. And on it says the plants are not reproducing or producing oxygen. We will be out of air in 5 years.
Oh shit.
Which is that's bad. That's really, really bad.
2 things. As I'm like jumping out the window and like starting to run, and this paper gets stuck to me. Do they see this paper get stuck to me, or do they?
No, at the point that he's trying to collect all the papers.
Okay. So I crumple that paper up and throw it in my jacket pocket. Like I like ball it up into like it's trash. And throw it in my jacket pocket because I don't want to lose.
Can I have a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yeah. 20, not a natural, dirty 20.
30? You hear a whistling and just in time manage to snake to the left, and you see a bolo just whip past you and land on the ground. A bolo is 2 balls on either end of a string. I mean, for the people listening, on either end of a string that people learn how to throw, and what they do is they wrap around the subject's legs and trip them and it like automatically wraps around because of the balls on the weights on either end. So it whips past you. Are you gonna keep running?
Yeah, I'm gonna be running as fast as I can while also sending a message for help to Mom.
Does 15 hit?
A 15 does hit, yeah.
You feel a sharp pain in your lower leg, right on your Achilles heel. And you're going to take 6 points of piercing damage as you fall to the ground. You hear a gunshot ring out through the streets. People are now fucking running and screaming. Like, people are fucking terrified as you fall to the ground, prone. You're still typing. Ma, I need help. Like, you're in the middle of typing.
Yeah.
And you feel a pressure on your back leg, like someone's stepping on it. And you look up and you see the piercing blue eyes of that tabaxi. And he has a massive Magnum revolver looking. And you see on it, there's like runes written all over it and shit. As he points it at you, his eyes just like gleaming in the night. Like they're so blue. They're almost glowing. And he says, Ezekiel says hi. And he pulls the trigger. The last thing you can remember seeing or hearing is the sound of that gun going off and the fading of the text you never sent. Ma, help. As darkness starts on the edges of your vision, starts creeping in on you. Tunnel vision, those piercing blue eyes, the anger and hatred you feel as the darkness consumes you. Now, you have iron resolve, so you technically would get up again, even after taking the hit points. However, this weapon, the amount of damage, first of all, I don't have enough dice in front of me right now. And second of all, it would eclipse your health 3 times over.
Oh.
Therefore, your iron resolve would not be enough. It kept you alive just long enough to see that text and to drop a tear drop down your eye. Darkness. It's not scary like you thought it would be. Feels like falling, but not falling helplessly. It's like you're being cradled by the darkness. It's carrying you. You don't have any worries. You don't have any fears. It's beautiful. You see a tiny speck of white light in the distance. As it starts coming closer and closer to you, it gets bigger and bigger until you are encompassed in this white light. You're standing. You're no longer falling in this complete whiteness. And you hear a voice from behind you. Hello there. Welcome.
Now, like, turn around. What in the giant green jolly fuck is going on around here?
That's what I like about you, Jeb. Your sense of humor. You turn, you see this black-haired elf, flowing black hair. He is a very attractive man, long pointy ears. He's wearing a very clean white robe, and he's sipping out of a glass of red wine. He takes a sip. Please, will you join me? Literally out of nothing, you're holding a glass, and it's filled with what you can smell, aged bourbon.
Well, I sure will indulge. Who are you? As he drinks the whiskey.
It tastes better than anything you've ever tasted in your life. As the man goes, just an observer. I've been watching you for quite some time, Jebediah. It has been a great pleasure to see your life, the choices you make. Some may brand you as a criminal, but I see all. You're a hero. Your story is not over just yet. In fact, swirls the wine, some would say it's just beginning. So you need to wake up. And you hear wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, just echoing through your head. All of a sudden, boom, darkness. But not the same as before. This darkness is real, gritty, painful. Your senses slowly coming back to you. All you can hear is the sound of beep, beep, beep. You hear a voice. Oh my God, we did it! We did it! And that is where I'm going to end your session 0. Hey, if you like what you heard, please head over to our link tree at linktr.ee/We2Gaming. That's the number 2, We2Gaming. If you head on over there, you can find all of the places that we are on the internet, as well as our burgeoning community over on Discord at We Together Gaming at Discord. You can also find us on Patreon for tons of exclusive content, behind the scenes, favorite moments, as well as We Squared, the companion podcast to this podcast, where we discuss all things We Together, Iris Luna, and this campaign. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.